Next up, it's our popular culture round. Tonight, we're discussing a man who can only be described as a Hollywood giant. It's Tom Cruise, the vertically challenged, sofa-hopping thespian who's planet Earth's ambassador for Scientology, a Beckham-bothering star who's overcome many obstacles to get where he is today. Light switches, door handles, high shelves. Huge in the 80s, massive in the 90s, and still enormous today. So, the statement I want you to argue is this: Tom Cruise is the best actor of all time. First up, it's Dara O'Brien.
So, Tom Cruise, ladies and gentlemen, an actual-size replica of Tom Cruise. See, this is the thing about poor old Tom. Tom gets so much grief off people, like, not just because he's a tiny, bobble-headed man. But you still go to his films, you still enjoy his films, even though the amount of baggage we have about the tiny one is so horrendously massive that when we watch it, we don't just go, "But you're tiny and a Scientologist," midway through the film. I'll get the spy out of China. He'll say in Mission Impossible 2, you go, "No, you're only wee," and you believe in weird things. The fact that we don't hold it against him on screen must mean that he's the greatest actor in the world. Because most time actors, when the film starts, we're kind of here. We're at the 0 point, right? But with Tom, we're already down in negative. For him to have risen up to this level indicates one of the most amazing thespian minds we've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't matter who he's playing and whoever he brings his unique talents of running and grinning to. No matter what the film is, genuinely, hand on heart, can you name a bad, genuinely bad Tom Cruise movie of the last 10 years? And we'll allow for the ridiculous one. And I will go to suggestions if I see any hands raised. I'm willing to take on board possible suggestions. Is there any one go?
Far and Away.
I meant in the last 10 years. I'm saying the man some tough food films in the start. Vanilla Sky. It was a problematic shoot from the very start. That didn't quite work, but fuck it, I hoped it did. Anyway, now I'm just pressing. Now I'm just a man roaring. Because frankly, a minute ago, I disproved Darwin, and I was ready to rest at that stage. But no, they dragged me back out again to pick on this weird dwarf and tell you how great he is. He's clear. I'm done. Listen, you've got to love the effort. Ladies and gentlemen, as one we rise. We rise for Tom!
OK, very many thanks. Next up, opposing Dara and Tom Cruise, it's Marcus Brigstock.
Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw Tom Cruise in a one-man play and he wasn't even the best person in it. Tom Cruise was taught acting at the Dean Gaffney School of Acting Skills. He is entirely shite at acting. He is so bad at acting that when most people went to see Top Gun, they left saying, "Val Kilmer was good in that." Do you know how shit a co-star you have to be for people to say Val Kilmer was good in that? It's astonishing. He only got the role in Top Gun because they couldn't afford real-sized planes. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Cruise is not the best actor of all time. He's not even close. They are currently making a movie of Tom Cruise's life based on this period of his life, and they haven't asked him if he's available. Ant and Dec are playing him. That's how shit he is. He is never the best actor of all time. One of my favourite movies of all time is the fantastic Aaron Sorkin film, A Few Good Men. Right? I adore that film. Tom Cruise is in it. He practically ruined that film, and that, Dara O'Brien, is the truth. But you can't handle the truth. He's never the best actor in the world, honestly. Even pick either one of the Chuckle Brothers and they could act this turd off the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you, please vote with the red team. Thank you.
OK, Will and Rufus, do you think Mr. Cruise is a good actor?
I'll tell you why Tom Cruise is the greatest actor of all time. He's actually 11 feet tall. Not a lot of people know this, but he's so brilliant at acting, he just appears small. That is what a brilliant actor he is. I don't know if you can get this on this camera, but he has to stand... I'm having to work out the perspective now.
Oh, wow.
Is it nearer and I'm further... It's him further away. He's 11...
Go that way. Rufus.
Do I go that way?
Yeah, go that way. You need to be smaller.
You're going to have to hold this, I'm afraid.
Higher. No,
yeah, about there. Sorry, thank you. What's that, Tom? Take the ring to Mordor?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you all. So, is Tom Cruise the best actor of all time? Hold up a red card for Marcus and Will and a blue one for Rufus and Dara. Vote now.
The greatest actor of all time.
Right, there we are. It's a win for the Blues. Well done, Rufus and Dara. Tom Cruise is devoted to his wife, Katie Holmes, and puts her on a pedestal. Well, that's not going to help, is it? Tom Cruise is a classic Hollywood leading man. He enjoyed A Few Good Men, had a large part in Jerry Maguire, and in his most recent film, he manages to pull off a Nazi.